Hi folks, welcome to today's color process video. Right, today's comic was another one of those kind of big, epic kind of undertakings where it took just that bit longer than what it would usually take me to color a comic. Like looking at it here on my screen, it took me just over 2.5 hours, which I have to admit was just a bit less than I thought it would take. I thought this comic would be a lot of trouble to color, but it wasn't really. It was one of those nice cases where once I got to work, it didn't necessarily color itself, but it went painlessly enough. And I think I've realized that one of the tricks I use to make things easy is to, or not easy per se, but just to make things go a bit quicker is the way I reuse colors throughout. You know, like the color of the car, I also used that for the touches of red you see on the sun, the desertscape in that second last panel, the touches of red on the explosion. Basically, just recycling colors and making the most out of them. Whereas in the past, I would have used different shades of red throughout the piece. Whereas this, I tried to keep everything pretty pared down in terms of the amount of colors I was using. There is still a lot of colors going on here, but even at that, I tried to keep things fairly conservative in terms of the number of colors I'm using, even though it still looks very vibrant and colorful. And in terms of my color choices here, I can't really say there was a specific thing I was going for. Uh, it was another one of those cases where I just put down colors, messed around with them until I got results I was happy with. The one area where I did know what it was going to look like going in was that second last panel where we see that like desertscape, that kind of Mobius like desertscape. I knew for certain that the ground we see stretching off into the distance, that would have like an orange kind of yellow kind of look to it. And also, while I started the clouds out as a kind of a light blue color, who was I kidding? I mean, like if you look at a lot of my comics, for whatever reason, I tend to really like going with pink clouds, and this is no different. I ended up coloring all the clouds pink, including the dust clouds in the long panel where the car is braking. I did originally intend on going for, I don't know, kind of like a more dirty look to the dust and smoke and whatnot, but yeah, just something about that pink kind of look just looked nice. Then the green for the backgrounds of the panels where the car is screeching to a halt and the last panel with the explosion. I wish I could say there was a specific reason for that, but again, it was really just because it just clicked for me. So I stuck with it. And I really wish I could, sit down and say to you that, oh, there's a specific thematic reason I go for these colors. For the most part, no. It's just me toying around with colors, messing around with the settings and sliders until I get a result I like. and that's the that's my color process for the most part. Maybe not the most professional way of going about things, but hey, it works for me, and I get results that I think look quite nice. Although I would say that, wouldn't I? I am quite biased. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. So thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you at the next video. Take care.